Hey there, this is Trojasmic. I'm ready to start up episode 4. The spikes of cracks need a little healing somewhere at some point. I'm going to take this Naja and send him off as a scout, since they're pretty weak, but they have that extra movement. Here's Nocti, my future dodge space assassin. You know, in the previous video, I talked about the city count penalty being 2 per city, but it's actually 3 per city. So I really need to start getting some bell towers up. Now that I have 5 cities. And since I kind of want to control the placement on this one and this one, I'll come back and build those after those buildings are done. Okay, I'll move forward and put my fences up. probably shouldn't have done that, but well. Okay, I'm going to take third level of water magic so that I can cast Mantle of Oceans on him. This will help control the cost of his spell casting. I think I can take these guys and get this guy finally, get him his first level. Shadow Shift, get an extra movement. Oh, great. That didn't work. But he gets to go again. That's good. And it's dodged. Hmm, 42 critical. Nice. Yeah, this guy's gonna be a fun assassin, I think, if I can level him up right. Almost have cooperation. Since I researched weaponry, I can now upgrade my club guys to warhammers. Just probably rename them just to keep up. Gotta sell some stuff. I always thought it would have been cool if they'd have made little shops that you could use whenever, instead of just selling those raw materials. Like if you sold the spider silk to some clothier or tailor, that we could make you a special robe or something. They've got one quest that does that for cloaks, but I always wish they'd have done something a little bit more with the shops. Again, I just wanted to trigger that quest so that the AI couldn't get it, and then later I can go back to it when I'm ready. This is my 440 city. So I'm just going to make it kind of a production powerhouse. Normally on your fortress, if you're going to make trained troops, you like to have some essence to give them some bonuses, but that scout has been just standing there forever. It's that AI problem where the units get stuck on a tile and don't move for many, many turns. I'm going to build an outpost over here and snag this crystal mine. And plus it'll help to go towards connecting these two cities from my kingdom. Let me upgrade this guy. And rename him, because he's now Bloody Hammer. Just to make sure I have them all with me. And now attack. Got my fences up. Got my sovereign shooting at this archer. Shadow Dagger. That'll be nice for the initiative bonus once I decide to go full-time mage. Oh, whoops, I should have been building my fences. What was I doing? What was I thinking? Oh, that group might be a little too tough for me right now. Maybe once I get cooperation, I'll come back. Still just scouting the area here. Ooh. Get my bell tower up. Grow towards this crystal mine. Eventually, I've got to get this hero with an army so I can start leveling him up. See, those guys still haven't moved. Tempted to go fight these spiders. No, I never give in to tribute demands. Oh, so they're gonna fight me. Okay, here it goes. Okay, well I know where I've got to set up my wall. Jeez. He can't move, he's web. So he's dead. One final swing on his way out, I guess. See if slowing these guys down helps at all. Lost two guys. So this is a good example. I've not managed this fight very well. It's a good example of what not to do, I guess. There's a big bunch of guys looking for some place to go. I wonder if they're fighting wrestling. Warm with Yithril, warm with close to wrestling. Maybe they're coming for me. You know, I don't think the AI is as aggressive as it should be. I mean, I've been right next to Gildan all game long. They've been upset with me all game long. They've got a big, huge stack like that. They should be coming after me, and they're not. So Brad, if you're listening, the AI needs to be a touch more aggressive. It seems like with every patch, you know, it's either too aggressive or not aggressive enough. You keep trying to find the right balance. Oh, and there's another bug. Did you notice I was on top of that layer and it was not looted? It's because I had clicked on it to move to that layer to fight those spiders on the previous turn, but the spiders engaged me, and so after the turn kind of resolved itself, I moved onto the layer and did not collect the reward. That's a bug, and it needs to be fixed. It's been around for a long time. Well, normally, I don't want to use up all that mana, so I'm gonna fight this. Pink. Oh, they must have changed the colors for Capitar to be a little more pinkish. I think this is the first time I've played him in a 1.1 game. There, so I'm equal to them, so I will have good values for diplomacy. I'll create a trade treaty, and since they are pretty far away from me, I'm going to go ahead and create an economic treaty to establish a road between us. That just helps with the visibility of the map and helps, you know, moving across the map. See what they have. On second thought, I don't have much to trade them, so I won't worry about it. Can't believe I lost those guys. I like to be very careful with my guys, as you can tell, to groom them up so that they're really, really tough. Get them up to 80 or 90 or 100 hit points, and then they can last almost any battle. Resolin's just been standing there in the same spot, or Oracle Cerisa has just been standing there in the same spot for most of the game. Well, not most of the game, but most of the last 20 minutes or an hour or so. I'm going to build a monument so I can expand and connect these two cities together. Since this city is now a fortress, we'll build a training yard so that if I do decide to build some units, they'll come out with +10 accuracy and 10% less time to build. Haha. There goes the Oracle. It's using that recall spell again. Oh, this is another annoying thing. See, I tried to move onto that my own tile there, and there's a caravan there. There should be. You should be able to move on tiles that have caravans like that. They shouldn't disrupt the game. They should. That little, your cursor turns into a talk cursor. I mean, there's other ways to talk to an opponent. You shouldn't be disrupted by that, by those stinking caravans when you're trying to move to a tile. It drives me nuts. Yeah, this is another thing that bothers me. So, as you can see here, it's offering me this upgrade. And the reason it's offering me what it thinks is an upgrade is because I'm wearing those +1 initiative boots. And it's telling me that if I upgrade, then I'll have leather boots. But I don't want leather boots. It's a trick. I want my +1 initiative boots. So they need to make that more clear somehow. Okay, upgrade this to a crystal mine. Now we're connected. Oh, got a new place for a city. Cities are too close together, by the way. It's another thing they've changed just about every patch, and in the beta back and forth on how many tiles away each city should be. They're too close now. We end up with way too many cities in a game. And if they just increase that value by 1, I think it would help a lot. I'm going to build a merchant here, and then another building and connect to that crystal mine. Looks like one of my old quests that I triggered that I could probably do now. Stay away from the Banshee. This I'm going to make into a fortress. It has the 2 essence. And besides, I don't want that expanding into those spiders just quite yet. And the town would have made it go right into them. Whoops. I wish, so, you see how that happened? I wish if you're just moving like that, I wish there was an undo button. You know, the guy still had a chance to complete his turn, but I moved there on accident, so it would have been nice for an undo button. Or if he still has movement points, just, allow him to continue moving. think that's something that they should fix in the tactical battles. If you've made some move that hasn't affected anything and you still have a chance to, take an action, then you should also have an undo action. And I'm not saying that you attack somebody and then you get to undo that attack, but if you move and you still have an action, then you can undo that move. Because how many times have we all clicked on a tile that we thought we were moving to and it didn't happen because, the where you think you're clicking to doesn't always work out. No, I don't think so. Again, I think the AI is just way too passive. When you're playing on expert level like this, he should have declared war on me a long time ago. It looks like he has the troops. Our borders are touching each other. I won't give in to his demands. Now, so here's another thing. They've got to fix the pathing. Look, now if I go by one square at a time, I can get to where I want to go and still have two moves. If I would have just clicked over to that same square, it would have used up all my moves. In fact, I would not have even gotten to that square. They've got to fix that. So in other words, if you're not at war with somebody, the pathing algorithm needs to take into effect roads through a territory, an opponent's territory, if you're not at war with them. Alright, so I'm going to start going towards glyph stones. I don't have any metal yet, so I think my only chance for range is going to be mages, so that's why I'm going to go for glyph stones. I'll send this kitty to do some scouting. Look at all these guys. And it wouldn't surprise me if all of his cities look like that. Which means the only way I'm going to be able to deal with that is with fireballs. So I need some more experience. I don't know that I have time to run all the way over here to try and get more experience on these mobs, but since Gildan's been pretty passive so far, I'll try it. Monk's Robe. More dodge stuff for Nocti. That's awesome. Let's see what his dodge is up to. 41, and I haven't even started into the assassin skills yet. And if I could cast Evade, let's see, I may not have the magic type for Evade yet. Let me look it up in the Here Geminon. air. We need air magic. Okay. And for that, it's time to end.